Hello dear traders, I'm Marina Generalova and you're watching the latest economic news released from InstaForex TV. Eurozone's fallen unemployment rate data made investors optimistic again. However, prior to the European Central Bank's meeting that will be held next week, attention of the market participants will be paid to another likewise important report. Thus, leading economists' concerns grow over the euro area's consumer prices. According to preliminary estimates of Eurostat, inflation in the 18 countries of the Eurozone fell to 0.7% year-on-year, from 0.8% in the previous months. Meanwhile, analysts anticipated the indicator to rise to 0.9% in January. In this way, the central bank is seen to resume talks on further monetary policy easing. Later, it had reduced its core interest rate precisely because of low inflation. Nevertheless, remarkable improvement in the labor market should not be undervalued. Unemployment has obviously stopped rising. The unemployment rate for the Eurozone came in at 12% for December, unchanged from November's 12%, which was revised down from earlier estimates of 12.1%. Optimism about the prospects of improving labor market conditions contributed to correction of the euro quoted against the greenback, with the price retracing back to $1 and 35.40 US cents. This is all for this week. We will be back on Monday with more news from the world of economy. Stay tuned!